Ladies and gentlemen, the Democratic Party's plan to fight inflation and high gas prices, recession that's imminent, negative economic growth is to investigate Trump. So, wealth inequality, all of these things is to investigate Trump. You can give people student loan debt forgiveness, okay, but then if they have trouble finding a job, or if they go to the supermarket or fill their gas tank and buy clothing and it's far more expensive than it was under President Trump, you're not doing that much for them. Then they'll want, pretty soon AOC will want inflation debt forgiveness bill, where the progressives on the level, well, you know what, there's a way to do this. Universal basic income, which will then increase inflation exponentially. It'll never end, okay? There will always be some kind of carrot dangling that the establishment within the Democratic Party will say, one day if you vote for us, you'll get it. Medicare for all, they didn't get. Abolishing the filibuster, they didn't get. Packing the courts, they didn't get. Green New Deal, they're embarrassed of right now. Nobody's talking about a Green New Deal. They're mortified. They can't even bring it up. They're completely embarrassed because Biden had to flood the economy with strategic oil reserves, because oil is hovering always at between 110 to 122 per barrel, and you have commodity prices through the roof. They want more investigations of Trump, though. You have to understand. So Pelosi wants more investigations. The Democratic Party wants more investigations. This is Vanity Fair. Donald Trump seems pretty panicky about that criminal investigation. Not really. He doesn't really care. That's in Georgia. There's another civil investigation in New York. They couldn't get him on crimes in New York, so CNN, New York. So there's a civil investigation where he has to, okay, so Trump loses an appeal and must testify in New York civil investigation. One day they're going to get him, don't you understand? One day. See, Trump doesn't have James Comey saying, well, he didn't intentionally collude with a foreign government. That'll never happen for Trump. With Madam Secretary with top secret intelligence on private servers outside of the United States government, Comey, Strzok, McCabe, Clapper, Brennan, they didn't tell us how the top secret intelligence was transferred from secure locations within the United States government onto those servers. But hey, you know what? She didn't intentionally run those servers for 4 years outside of the U.S. government. And you're talking to somebody who wants a Hillary Clinton, Donald Trump 2024. My God, we need that. We deserve that as a country. I'm sorry, we do. We deserve that. Hillary Trump 2024 or Hillary DeSantis 2024. That would be fantastic for a number of reasons, because we're still stuck in 2016. And we need to exercise those demons, ladies and gentlemen. Every day is like a Nightmare on Elm Street, Friday the 13th version of 2016. We're still living. The DNC primary, it's still there. It's still, nothing's actually changed. This is just a different layer of the matrix, or different, part of the computer program. But anyway, they want to investigate Trump before, so they have throughout the country, and then in DC with the panel, they're still trying to investigate. They want more investigations pertaining to what happened 2 years ago, where, we couldn't actually talk about Hunter's emails coincidentally. Twitter and Jack Dorsey, they said they made a mistake. It was a good, honest mistake that happened to always coincide with the Democratic Party's interest in preventing communication and discussion of one of the most important stories in American political history, especially the timing. And the New York Post journalists should they should all get Pulitzers. They should all get Pulitzers for what they were able to uncover. And so now everyone's talking about it. You have Hunter's emails. That's going to be investigated when Trump Republicans take over the House and Senate in midterms. So the economy is in free fall. We have inflation at 8 to 9%. We have negative GDP growth first quarter. If we somehow avert a recession, it will be with anemic GDP growth in the second quarter, and then maybe back to negative in the third quarter. Elon Musk has a super bad feeling about the economy. Tesla just slashed 10,000 jobs, so 10% of their workforce. You're seeing layoffs now from companies in Silicon Valley and throughout the country. Inflation, high energy prices will destroy economic activity in any country. If you have inflation and you have high energy prices and you have interest rates increasing, think about that for a second. Okay? Democrats have we're all experiencing the consequences of the most apoplectic and absurd hysterical reaction to a serious issue the other year. When you end economic activity and you expect that to just be okay, you end economic activity, you shut down economic activity for about a year and a half, and then you pump $10 trillion into the economy, and then you say, well, you know what, everything's going to be fine. Look at the stock market in 21, it's going up. You created a bubble. You created a bubble not only in crypto or the stock market, but also crypto, which gets to my channel, the Bitcoin crash to 10,000 or lower channel. Subscribe to that. That's below in the description and the pinned comment. It's below in the description section of this segment and of every segment. And subscribe to the stock market crash channel. I have segments on there right before this one, and I'll have segments right after this one. Both are fantastic channels. I predicted the economic downturn in September of 2021. That's below in the description section, also within the playlist on this channel and on the stock market crash channel in September of 2021. And I said that Bitcoin was going to crash also in September of 2021 as well, and we're seeing it. We're seeing crypto completely implode. So I talk about that on those channels. If you want to support my work, my Patreon is in the description and also within the pinned comment. Ladies and gentlemen, they want to investigate Trump as a smokescreen. They want to say, look over there, Trump, the monster, the mean person. He's so mean. What they don't understand is they're more like the insidious, vile, corrupt, petulant political side. It's not Trump. You might say, oh my God, I've heard this before too from people who were like, I don't like his part. He's mean. Trump is mean. His personality, his character. Well, do you like mashed potato brains, his character and personality? He's been accused of horrible things. He's never had a foreign policy decision to save his life. Trump did many times over. Abraham Accords, Doha Agreement that mashed potato brains botched. Okay, those 13 Americans should be alive today. Those over 100 Afghans should be alive today. That's our current president's fault. President Mashed Potato. So is he a great personality? Does he have a wonderful, charming? Does he have such integrity? And is he such a good human being? I mean, I never understood why people who didn't like Trump couldn't differentiate or delineate between the media reaction to Trump and who he was as a human being. The man's a human being. You might not like his personality. He might be, he might not be your cup of tea in terms of a personality, but he's a human being who did good things. You judge a person by what he did. His policies were good policies. We had record low Black and Latino unemployment. He allocated more funding to historically Black colleges and universities than any president ever, and made the funding permanent. He reversed U.S. foreign policy that Liz Cheney and the Lincoln Project want. Now, earlier in my segment prior to this one, I don't know if anyone caught it, I said that Bernie Sanders would vote alongside Liz Cheney. He is. The Lincoln Project is embedded within the Democratic Party. The Lincoln Project and Bernie Sanders and AOC are on the same side of the political divide. That's not hyperbole, that's the truth. The Lincoln Project, Bush, Cheney, and Rumsfeld Republicans are on the same political side as Bernie Sanders and the quote-unquote socialists. And so that's the truth. I view ending and stopping and opposing never-ending military conflict as far more important than combating climate change, which is, what does that even mean? Democrats still haven't explained what an individual can do and what that person's endeavors amount to in terms of, a scientific conclusion to, if you drive an EV, then we'll have 2 more days or 1 more year of the planet existing. They've not explained that. They just said, do what we say. It's to save the planet, and that's very good. And, you know what? You just, drive an electric car vehicle. Well, what about the cobalt, lithium, and nickel? I wrote about that in the Federalist, ladies and gentlemen. Indigenous people throughout the world are suffering mining these metals, okay, that electric car vehicle batteries need. What about them? And so that's a very, very, very harmful process, both to the environment and to health. But anyway, electric car vehicles, you know what? EVs, oh yeah, they're great for the planet, except when you have to mine for nickel, lithium, and cobalt. Anyway, they want to investigate Trump, and they want to do so simply because they have no policies. Democrats think they have policies. They have no policies. They lie about the policies that they want to accomplish one of these days just to get votes. And then when they're in office, you see the economy's collapsing. Everything's in turmoil. Hit subscribe to this channel right now, ladies and gentlemen. Go to the Bitcoin crash and to the stock market crash channel right now. Thank you so very, very